Hello, I'm Lara Koçarsan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. As the Israeli cabinet endorses plans to occupy Gaza City, allegations have surfaced that its military is storing all Palestinian mobile calls and text messages on Microsoft's Azure cloud. This data is then used by AI systems to choose which Palestinians to kill, arrest, or blackmail in Gaza and the West Bank. The damning claims were made after an investigation by The Guardian newspaper, Plus 972 magazine, which is an Israeli-Palestinian publication, and Hebrew language outlet Local Call. They allege the relationship between the tech giant and Israeli intelligence goes back to 2021, when Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella met Israel's spy boss Yossi Serial. The pair struck a deal that would allow Israel a segregated area within the Azure model, and this data would be stored on servers across Europe. Microsoft claims that Nadella was unaware of what would be stored. But documents and interviews obtained by the news outlets say that Azure was used to archive everyday conversations by Palestinians. With the ability to process 1 million calls an hour, critics accuse Microsoft of one of the world's largest and most intrusive data collection of a single population group. Since the war started, there have been numerous reports of Microsoft and its peers supplying Israel with technology for its genocide in Gaza. Microsoft staff have used public events like its 50th anniversary in April and an AI launch in May to expose the firm's role in the war. They've all been fired for speaking out.
Mustafa, shame on you. You say you claim that you care about using AI for good, but Microsoft sells AI weapons to the Israeli military. You are a war profiteer. Stop using AI for genocide, Mustafa. Stop using AI for genocide in our region. You have blood on your hands. All of Microsoft has blood on its hands. How do you all celebrate when Microsoft is killing children? Shame on you all.
How about you show them how Microsoft is killing Palestinians? How about you show them how Israeli war crimes are powered by Azure?
Oh my gosh, are you having a seat right here? Sorry. Are you having a seat right here? Oh, then you can
Free Palestine!
This is not the first time that Microsoft has come under fire for its role in the war. Under Project Nimbus, its technology was used to analyze images, videos, and detect objects, features used in Israel's assault on Gaza. And a year into the war, in 2024, Palestinians living abroad claim that the company blocked their email accounts, restricting them from contacting family members.
Access to loved ones, bank accounts, and more. Microsoft has been accused of closing email accounts belonging to Palestinians living abroad, not only cutting off their access to essential online services, but also depriving them of crucial communication with family and friends in war-torn Gaza. Palestinians whose accounts were suspended have also been barred from using all other Microsoft services. Amid Israel's brutal ongoing military offensive in Gaza, Palestinians outside of the enclave are struggling to reach their families as barriers like poor internet and the high cost of international calls stand in their way. Many have therefore turned to video chat app Skype, owned by Microsoft, which offers cheaper calls to Gaza, including the ability to connect with landlines and mobile phones. The app has become a lifeline for many Palestinians living with unreliable internet connection. Microsoft alleges that those whose accounts it terminated had violated Skype's terms of service, but without elaborating how. Affected Palestinians told the BBC they suspect the tech company had mistakenly thought they had ties with Hamas, but that the allegations are untrue.
We are civilians. We have no political background. We just wanted to check on our families. Why did they close my email after nearly 20 years?
On to other news shaking up the tech space. The AI arms race is heating up. ChatGPT maker OpenAI has unveiled its long-awaited new chatbot, GPT-5. The latest model is billed as smarter, faster, and more useful. The company claims it can deliver answers at a PhD level. Meanwhile, Apple has made a massive move in the US, announcing an additional $100 billion investment. It comes as President Donald Trump ramps up pressure on tech companies to bring more manufacturing back to the United States. Apple had already pledged $500 billion earlier this year to grow its domestic footprint, as tariffs on chips and other tech components are costing the company billions. This latest move also follows Trump's decision to raise tariffs on India, where Apple assembles most of the iPhones sold in the US. Smartphones, however, remain exempt for now, a critical win for the tech giant. While one tech giant is doubling down on investment, another is tightening security to protect its global users. WhatsApp says it has removed 6.8 million accounts linked to scammers around the world. Many of those accounts were traced back to organized crime syndicates operating in Southeast Asia. The announcement comes as Meta, which owns the messaging app, rolls out new anti-scam features designed to alert users to suspicious activity before it's too late.
Between January and June, Meta went full-on squad mode, wiping out accounts that were linked to criminal hubs in Cambodia. So these are not your usual hello dear scammers, no. These ones were using tools like ChatGPT to create fake job offers, crypto scams, and even romantic traps. To fight back, WhatsApp added a new safety overview feature. So if a stranger adds you onto a group, it shows you the group info, warnings, and it gives you a big fat shiny leave group button, so no awkward goodbyes are needed. You can just... Meta even teamed up with OpenAI to help trace and shut down these AI-fueled con artists.
And finally, a new feature from TikTok aims to fight misinformation with context. It's rolling out its own version of community notes called Footnotes to let users add helpful context to posts. It's the latest platform to jump on the trend, following in the footsteps of X and Meta.
Notes, as you can see here, is basically TikTok's version of community notes on X, aka Twitter. And on X, you can post something and someone can look at your X post and then all of a sudden they can fact check it and it becomes a community note. Because TikTok wants people to add more context to videos. When there's more context and more information about your video being provided by the viewer, that's going to help the algorithm in order to reach more people who want to watch that content. But don't be fooled, because what it does on X is it actually catches the clickbaiters and the liars and the people who are spreading misinformation. So this is actually a good thing.
The Chinese fast fashion retailer Shein is a go-to for budget shoppers, but it's also frequently at the center of controversy, from the materials it uses to its labor practices. Europe is tightening the reins on the retailer, and the fines are piling up. Italy recently slapped Shein with a penalty of over $1 million for misleading environmental claims about products.
Italy's $1 million fine happened recently in August. The fine was due to Shein greenwashing their product. They created a line called Evolo Shein. They claimed they were wasting less and helping the planet. Massive greenwashing, and that's why Italy fines them. This fine was much bigger and it was in July. A different issue. It was to do with misleading discount and environmental issues. France has been investigating Shein for 11 months. And after those 11 months, Shein were found guilty and they've accepted the fine. But there's more. France may issue a $150 million fine to Shein for improperly handling the user's data. Fined $41 million by Italy and France. But the wildest part, that is less than one day's earning for Shein. They make $153 million a day. They make $56 billion. These fines are pocket change to them.
As one Chinese brand comes under fire, another is brewing fresh competition abroad. From Beijing comes a Blue Deer logo coffee chain challenging Starbucks' famous green siren. In 2023, Luckin overtook Starbucks as China's top coffee chain. Now it is making its debut in the United States, with stores opening in New York.
Know them. They exploded in China with over 10,000 stores in just 5 years. And their edge? They are app-first ordering, lightning-fast pickup, and they are seriously inexpensive on price, like $4 lattes. They're betting that US customers want this speed and simplicity and a break from the $7 caffeine routine. And unlike Starbucks, Luckin is all about digital. There are no cozy couches to sit on, just great tech and better prices. And why does this matter? It's because they're not trying to copy the US model. They're bringing their own playbook and voice and seeing if it sticks.
But Luckin wasn't always this lucky. Its chief operating officer faked $310 million in sales figures in 2019, causing its shares to slump. Following an internal probe, the COO was sacked. The scandal led to Luckin being delisted from the Nasdaq in 2020, and it filed for bankruptcy in the US in 2021, but bounced back a year later after major restructuring. So, how did it become a serious rival to Starbucks?
Open 9 new stores per day. That's 1 new grand opening every 2.5 hours. That is more locations opened in just 1 year than Starbucks has opened in China in 25 years.
Luckin's coffee, it happens to be priced 30% lower than Starbucks, plus there's no delivery fee.
Starbucks' rewards app has 34 million active users.
But Luckin has nearly 4 times that.
The Luckin app is used by 120 million people in China. Those are like social media app numbers.
The reason why is that 100% of the orders take place in the app.
Luckin's former CFO said this: "We started as an online model so that 100% of the transactions give us data."
Luckin knows that you didn't order a coffee in the last 10 days, so they'll send you a half-off deal when you walk within 5 blocks of a Luckin.
That's the power of data.
Can birds feel the beat? Apparently so. A study by Charles Sturt University in Australia has found that cockatoos, a species of parrot, can perform up to 30 distinct dance moves. Researchers analyzed 45 social media videos of dancing cockatoos and identified unique movements, 17 of which had never been documented before. And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.